Hello, welcome to the stream. I do apologise for the delays. I just ended up being quite busy, a lot busier than I thought. I knew I was going to be busy, but I thought the busyness would end sooner, is basically what I'm trying to say. But hello and welcome to the stream, everyone that is tuning in. We got some big news earlier on Akanji and his injury earlier. I hate to be saying this, but it looks like Akanji's going to be out for the remainder of the season, which absolutely sucks. According to FPL Main Road, pretty decent source. It's really a shame because I've been relatively vocal about Akanji and some of the form he's been on as of late. But I think what we saw against Madrid still showed its value to the team. I ain't gonna lie. I think that it really showed what he has to offer. It shows that he's not completely redundant to the squad. So, yeah, look, I think he was brilliant against Madrid. But like I said, FPL Main Road came out and spoke about his injury, and we will actually look at that right now. Big ups to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure to leave a comment below to hear your thoughts. Well, here it is. 7 hours ago, City hit with another big injury blow. Sounds as if Manuel Akanji will be out for the next few months, likely to miss the remainder of the season. It's looking likely that he is at least missing February and March. If we're going off the fact that he said months, it looks like he's definitely missing the remainder of Feb and March at the very minimum. And he's come out with chest and said that he's probably going to be out to the end of the season, so he's probably going to miss April as well, guys. So maybe we can get him back in May. Isaac, welcome to the chat. I do apologise for the delays. I was busy, okay, but I thought I would be not busy sooner, and the business just kept going. I thought I could get away with short delays, but it just ended up being one big delay at the end of the day. So big ups to you for tuning in. But yeah, big injury blow of Manuel Akanji. This kind of means that Kusanov will probably have a bit more of a crucial role in the team now. I'd certainly look to maybe giving him some minutes against Newcastle. I'd really try to test him out. I do have a question for you, though, guys. Do you risk John Stones against Newcastle? We all know what he's like. We all know that he's injury-prone. Do we test? Do we risk John Stones against Newcastle? He's played a couple games already. Do we dare? Let me know, because I'm not sure. Yeah, but big injury below, and he's going to be out for the remainder of the season by the looks of it. Yep, now there's finally space for Kusanov to shine. Yeah, I mean, look, I hope if Kusanov enters this side, he absolutely smashes it. I always do hope for that. Always want my players to do well whenever they play. So I'm going to have a look at City Extra in a minute, but yeah, Kusanov finally getting a bit of space to play is only a good thing for me. Yes, I hate this season. I know the moment things start looking all right, and look, I know it's off the back of a Real Madrid defeat. I know it's starting to look decent. Real Madrid, despite the heart-aching result, it actually looks promising. Real Madrid first half, as long as we could get away with Akanji and Grealish injuries being minimum, I think there could have been really good signs. But Akanji's out for at least a few months, and I don't actually know the score on Grealish yet. Does anyone else? Now we should just let Stones rest. It's not worth him getting the risk of being injured. Yeah, personally, I'm on the boat of don't play Stones versus Newcastle. I think you should probably. I think Pep's going to go Vardiol, Ake, Diaz, Nunes. I think that's what he'll do. I do think Gordon versus Nunes is scary. Although personally, I would trial Kusanov on Blinking on the weekend. Me personally, we'll talk about it properly. Of course we will, but I would trial Kusanov because I think we might need Kusanov against Madrid. Tuesday's episode bizarre. 200 million. I think the thing was for me, the game plan was absolutely spot on. Injuries hindered us. Okay, but I think the subs. I think Gundo's the worst one. But considering we had Nico Gonzalez sitting on the bench, why wouldn't you bring him on? He's got legs and he offers a bit. You know, what was the plan with Gundo? I know Gundo can slow a game down, but against Madrid that are going to run at us with energy, they've just made a round of subs themselves. I don't understand the Gundo change. You know, he wouldn't be able to slow the game down to the point that Real Madrid would try and speed it up. You know, I think it's so unlikely. By the way, good result for City last night. Liverpool can't hit 100 points. Al tried to get me on the Pep out train earlier. Hey, they're come on our channel tomorrow, as far as I'm aware, so we might very well talk something like that. I suspect we will talk about the Real Madrid game, so make sure to check that out. But yeah, it's such a weird one. But look, Akanji's injury, I think, yeah, it's bozo moments. I don't know what it is. Is it mentality? Is there something wrong? Like, is there something on players' minds? Because look, it's not just bozo moments from players that were here before the treble. It's bozo moments from players that like we've trusted over the years. Like Edison, he's had a couple of bozo moments this season. You know, Edison, he's had a couple of bozo moments this season, despite me backing Edison as of late, and I think most other City fans have as well. You know, he's had a couple of bozo moments. Kyle Walker had a bozo season for us. By the way, I hate the narrative that City made a mistake of loaning out Kyle Walker. Number one, Kyle Walker wanted to go. Number two, Kyle Walker was an absolute hindrance for most of the season, and City fans were tired of seeing him on the pitch. Great service to the club, and he's a great servant. But getting Walker out is the right call. Like Prime, I believe, we're looking at the fact that we had no Walker and no one to deal with that Vinicius Junior pace. I'm sorry. And by the way, Vinny getting man of the match is mad in my mind, but forget it. All right. Kyle Walker, whether he's there or not, he's getting bullied by Vinny that game. Vinny is only getting quicker probably, and Kyle Walker was slowing game per game. It was like a neutral ground, or like sand and away ground. Absolute disgrace. Soriano out. Who is Soriano? Do they like run the tickets for us or something? I don't think there's any chance of getting either Musiala or Wirtz this summer. We're so kicked. I think it's crucial that we get Champions League football. You know, I can't really see Florian Wirtz wanting to come to a Europa League team. And we got to start by getting UCL football. Okay, I get it. Yeah, the ticket stuff. I mean, I saw someone getting a haircut at the game, and it's like, what? It almost makes you laugh. It almost makes you laugh, but it shouldn't, because it's so ridiculous, so bizarre. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Literally the biggest game of the season, and someone's getting a haircut at the ground. Absolutely wild. But oh well. Germany in the summer, says ITK man. Hey man, if that is Wirtz, I'll clap. But welcome to the chat, ITK man. Big ups to you. Also, when Haaland scored the penalty, literally no one celebrated, no one clapping, everyone just filming. Lad, if that was at the 80th minute, if I was there, man, I would actually be jumping up and down. I'd be so big about it, man. I'd be so happy. I know the ticket situation was so bad, man. I actually couldn't believe it. You know, when I was reading up on it, I didn't notice it whilst I was watching the game, but I read up on it, went on Twitter, saw a ton of issues, and yeah. Look, I'll go back to my share screen now. Big ups to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure to pop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Every like helps, as you may know. VAR is going to be across all 8 FA Cup fifth round ties. It's been confirmed, including VAR announcements from the match officials in relation to reviewed incidents. So there you go. No more dodgy goals from Harry Maguire then. So big stuff. And semi-automated offsides will be used at Premier League stadiums in the FA Cup fifth round. Initially and later this season in the Premier League. So there you go. City hosting Plymouth. So yeah, that's what that's in relation to. Gonna guess this is a complaint about it. After last night's scenes in the stands versus Real Madrid, I wrote to the club today in my capacity as the chair of City Matters, Man City official adversary board. So I don't think it comes as any surprise that I'm writing to you about the scenes at the Real Madrid match. There were countless of instances of non-City fans sat in home areas. Many were ejected from their seats by stewards. Others were celebrated a Madrid victory following full time. And I can't believe that I have to say this. Do I need to mention the individual who had managed to enter the stadium with hair clippers? There's an important caveat that I think to note. Not all Mancunians are non-City supporters or tourists. However, it's undeniable that there were non-City fans in attendance last night. I shouldn't have to say, but these incidents make a mockery of both the club and its supporters. I've seen one supporter describe it as the feeling like an imposter in my own stadium, which I felt to be quite apt. It's undoubtedly a security risk too, without condoning the behaviour of anyone involved with physical altercation. The anger that has emanated from last night is emblematic of wider concerns about ticket policies, and it would be remiss of me not to mention the impact of increasing prices, both recent and historic, in that. However, what I think is more worrying is the disdain that many supporters hold the club in. You only have to look at a post on social media by the club, especially from Man City Help account, to see this. From what it is worth, I feel rather downhearted about having to send this. Not because I do not feel that fans' concerns are valid, far from it, but because I have written to the club on a number of occasions, particularly this season, about non-City fans in attendance, and it appears to be in vain. Whilst there are incidences of good work being undertaken in this space, I have little confidence that the wider issue will be resolved, and it isn't a great reflection of fan representation. With this in mind, I would like to see and know how the club intends to resolve this problem. This needs a roots and a branch review, as it is clearly not an isolated instance, both yesterday and beyond. It is also needs to be transparent and club and public with supporters, such as the lack of confidence. Without being curt, I would appreciate a comprehensive response after, rather than a hollow platitude of how this disappointing. We are beyond that point now, and fans deserve better. Well, there you go. Big ups to him. Big ups to him. Go back to home now. Thinking heck. Actually, Manchester Evening News. I thought they only talk about football. That's the only thing I follow them for. Thinking heck. So, where were we? Got a lot of comments. Making it the city, tourists complained about us to the stewards for celebrating Haaland goal too much. Apparently, I blocked their footage. Yeah, that's right. The fool next to me filmed the whole 90 minutes, blocked my view. The picture, yeah. You see some weird stuff on Twitter. The guy in front of me in the queue spoke Spanish and dressed all white and allowed in. This city, shouldn't you be live? Yeah, I believe you should be. I know he was only a kid, but this kid and parents had a sign, Real Madrid, Vinny's the best, kind of your shit. Bruh. Yeah, I mean, the ticket situation, look, it's no secret that it's been an absolute, just a bit of a joke, to be honest, Look, I'm not going to sit and say I go to the game every week. I obviously don't. I would like to do match day vlogs one day soon. But, yeah, at the moment, I haven't been, obviously. At the moment, I'm just going to keep to watch-alongs. But, yeah, I mean, it's just awful. Every single season, they seem to be going up, and it doesn't seem to be getting acknowledged, our complaints. The idiots blaming Big Steve's banner. Was it the banner that made us crumble? No, it's not like City players seeing that banner made us crumble. Isaac, I'll be there. They said just doing something right now. Yeah. I was a big fan of the banner. Look, I know that what people are saying is it's like almost jinxing yourself essentially, but at the same time, the banner did its job. Okay, for me, I think some people were probably rattled by it. I didn't go on social media much, so I didn't really get to see. But for me, no doubt. Manchester Evening News are just covering my FYP. Just go back over to City Extra. Yeah, Manchester Evening News. Nice one. Ticket price is bad, of course, and the banner, I had absolutely no issue with it, and I'm still baffled that Vinicius Jr. got man of the match. Crazy work. Look, for me, the Akanji injury, which was a stream topic, it is a Man City news stream. Akanji was just the main topic, because I saw that, I was like, oh, that's bad. Just scrolling to see what else we can find. Of course, I did mean to mention this sooner, but City have gone to I believe we're charging the Premier League over something, right? Do you agree we must use all new signings almost every game? I think we need to integrate them more. I'm sorry, if I don't see none of our new signings against Real Madrid, then why are they here? They're not bit part players. If you're telling me 60 million and 75 million and 50 million is what a bench player serves, and that they don't have roles in big games, then blink an egg. How much is a starting 11 player nowadays? It's seriously just wild in my mind. We got to switch up against Real Madrid next week. Why not give Nico a go? It can't be bad. It can't be worse than it already is. It can't. Dead. And what's the point of relying on Kovacic, Gundo, and Bernardo? Dead players, in my opinion. I know. I've had a look back at those goals. I still can't get my head around what on earth Kovacic was doing. I called out the moment I saw it in the game. A lot of people were blaming Edison for coming out and not committing. I do think that's not great, but Kova is absolutely the main guy. Every time Gundo comes on, we concede 2+ every time. He can't follow the tempo of big games. Don't get me wrong. Play him against Salford like he did against Salford the other week or whenever that was. That worked because it's not his level. I think he's better than Salford. But he can keep up with that tempo of game. Real Madrid, their midfield is a really good midfield either way. Putting Gundo in there is it's like putting a goldfish against a pack of hungry sharks, But Kovacic plays amazing against Ipswich. I decided he's absolutely bad at times. Look, for me, Kovacic, he needs to be the kind of player that we signed him to be. I think Kovacic was always meant to be like a rotation player. He's always had to start a lot more. Don't get me wrong, he has good games. But we cannot rely on Kova to be our number one, our dedicated starting midfielder. He either needs to play alongside someone, or he just needs to be benched. You know, have Kova on the bench and let him be I think Kova would be a better version of the player to finish off a game with 5 minutes to go. Newcastle game thoughts. My number one thought is don't play John Stones. I think John Stones at the moment, look, he's played a few games already. Okay, maybe sub him on near the end if you want him to finish off the game, but do not play John Stones. Do not start him. It's an absolute must-win for me. But I still think you can't risk John Stones. He's played like 3 games, and that's already scary. I feel like an injury is on the horizon. In my opinion, if we don't beat them, can't see top 5 with our fixtures. It's tough. I'm gonna have a look at Newcastle's fixtures because we've got a difficult running coming up. But I'll have a look at Newcastle's games. Newcastle got a difficult 3 games in coming up as well, I'd like to mention. I think it's actually literally our next 3 games. I think it's just our next 3 games in a different order. No, it's not quite. Newcastle next 3 games are Man City, Liverpool and Forest. Our next 4 games are Man City, nice one. Newcastle, Liverpool, Tottenham, Forest. Difficult run. All right, Tottenham should be a win, but Tottenham could be in a championship. They could be championship team. Your 11, not fully decided just yet, but I'd go. Personally, if it was me, if I'm coach, I would go Edison net, left back Vardio, Ake, Diaz as centre backs. I think Pep will start Nunes, but I would want to see Kusanov trial him. Honestly, give him a bash. I think Nunes will get eaten alive by Anthony Gordon. Midfield 3 of Nico. Vardio the other night, by the way. There were some players that played so well. John Stones, brilliant against Madrid. Vardio, brilliant. Haaland, look, we criticise Haaland a lot for his finishing, but he didn't get anything. He didn't get anything else that game, And so, like we say, if Haaland takes his chances, more often than not, he's probably gotten an 8 or something like that. Okay, it's when he misses a hat full of chances, and it becomes a game we could have won. Okay, but Haaland took what he got, and it was that one chance made by Grealish and Vardio, and it was that one goal they got from the penalty spot. I feel so sorry for Rivals. He gets blamed from Rivals. Yeah, he tries his best. 2 shots. Yeah. Haaland in big games lately. Fire. Let down. I know, absolutely. Let's have a look at this. This is very interesting. So we've gone for the same back 4. I think in midfield, as well as it's a risk, I think it's good. I think this is honestly, why not? Why not? Pep, tell me why not? This could work. Phil Foden played in the midfield for his whole academy, and he's come out and said that the midfield is where he wants to be best. Just because Phil Foden could be almost fulfilling a bit of an 8 and a bit of an 8 position, doesn't mean he can press up and score the goals. Look, to be honest, Vardy will probably help Gonzalez in the midfield a bit because that's what our fullbacks tend to do. And then I think the back line almost becomes a back 3 at times with Kusanov, Diaz, Ake. Gonzalez in the pivot, obviously. Phil Foden at the 8, but a progressive 8 is what I'd say. And maybe a bit of a box to box. I'm not sure. Marmoush at the 10. I think you've got to try it. So Savio off the left, Doku off the right, and Haaland up top. I think it works, and I think those wingers can go on either side because I think they have done that before. If Pep wants to continue with his Finnish players into next season, he'll be ruining his time at City. He must trust these new players. Bernardo Gundokova has to go. It has to go. Is a must in the summer. Look, for me, you've got to get rid of at least 2 of them. You've got to get rid of at least 2 of them, and whoever the third one is, okay, I'm ideally not Gundo, no offense to Gundo, I absolutely love the guy, but his time is done. If one of them stays, they cannot be a starter. They have to be a bench player, and it can't be Gundo because he can't finish off games. You need someone that you can trust to come on with 5-10 minutes left to just see out a game. I don't know who that is. I don't. It'd probably be Bernardo because Pep loves him. But you've got. Look, ideally, if you get rid of all 3, replace them in the best ways possible. Look, summer is going to be a crazy saga, and I want to do a squad reevaluation soon as a stream to just really look at it. But yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Did you see that? I couldn't believe it when I was watching my stream. I don't know why he plays that to Haaland. Haaland's got such a difficult job to do there. Is it the one where like Phil Foden's running in and he passes it to Haaland, who's like in such a more difficult, tight spot? Is it that one? Because that's the one I'm thinking of. Phil Foden could have gotten a huge chance, but I believe Bernardo just played it to Haaland, and he had and it was just Haaland couldn't really do anything with it because it was a dead angle. I believe it got like blocked or something, but like still, like I really would have slipped in Phil. I really would have. Phil's making a good run. You can maybe slip it into his feet and he hits it first time. Just gonna have a look back at the news. I'll switch my tab over now. Big up everyone that's tuned in so far. We'll just go back here. 100-point season, by the way, for Liverpool. Not happening, which is just a good thing. That's nice. Big ups to our under-19s. Believe it was like a penalty that put us through. Jack Grealish, absolutely. This guy was so good against Madrid for the time he was on, and if he can still be fit, then hopefully there is a role. And that derby last night, City United should take notes. That's not a derby. Not that BS 2 months ago. Yeah, I know. Man, that a lot of people. Apparently, some people like complaining about that thing at the end, and I know the commentators are like were saying stuff. I believe about the little fight at the end. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry, but I think the little fights, as much as like it for me, it's just like it makes a bit of football. Like my mum especially, she loves them. Right? She absolutely loves to see like a little fight go down. Just a little bit of beef, As long as no one gets majorly hurt, then that's bad. But like just the arguments and like the group ups and pulling people away from each other and all that. Nah, it brings fire to the game. It brings so much fire to it, and I don't get how they can't like it. I bet you they do like it, but they're just saying what they have to. What do you think to our new Ballon d'Or line, by the way? Big ups to Rodri for modelling in it. That seems to be all the news that was on here, VAR and the ticket stuff. Hopefully this actually gets acknowledged. I pray it does. Because it's not me that gets affected either way. Okay, because I don't really go to the games. I would love to go to more, though, like I've mentioned. But it's not really me at the moment who would get affected. But it's everyone else. It's like it's you, for example. This is it's you. It's literally everyone, season ticket holders, and just fans that are paying as like a little treat. Because why not? Because they've got the money, they can do it. I don't see why. Well, I mean, I know why they boosted tickets because just boosting, they're trying to get their money up. But I can never agree with it. Stop it. It goes back to stop exploiting loyalty, doesn't it? But look, look, I do want to do these streams weekly, hopefully. If enough news come out, we'll do just Man City news streams. The biggest topic today was the Akanji injury. Hopefully next week some news comes out, whatever it is, I don't know. And look, 115 will be coming to an end, probably. I think it was in March. Well, I mean, the case has already ended. It's just about knowing the verdict. So we'll know in March, I believe. So be ready for that. I intend to hopefully go live the second anything about that drops. We're getting to crunch time on that now. And a part of me is excited, but part of me is a little bit nervous too, because at the end of the day, who knows which way it's going to go. But I'll always back my club like I do on the football pitch. Anyways, though, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support as per usual. And yeah, support's been brilliant as of late. And see you all in the next one.